Hope everybody's doing well today. Hello, hello, good morning. Hi, Adonis. First person here is, hey, B, Alpha for today. Alpha, life's moving forward towards greener paths, especially where business is concerned. You got money coming in. A new journey may begin and the weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Disappointments heal and move into the past. You've got take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. You may be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You may be planning travel, possibly a road trip. Not bad, not bad. Vartika, love. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and life moves forward. Now, you have a committed relationship here. If you're already with this person, things are okay. Maybe a little out of balance, but okay. If you're not with anyone, leaving people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you can open new doors with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Possibly with the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, maybe even fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. Dakota for Monday. Slow and steady wins the race, but you have success coming in around feeling a little more financially secure, and there may be good news that comes in around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Life begins to move forward. You may be spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you could have a wish that comes true. On Monday or around Monday, life may start to move forward. Earth Girl, General. Life could change for you for the better quickly. When you take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, life moves forward towards greener pastures, and teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Maybe feeling ambitious and life begins to move forward. Life moves forward towards greener pastures around finances, and maybe like good news coming in around business. Yeah. And then you've got old wounds are healing and moving into the past, and perseverance pays off. And Brisk could be bringing in love and money or more of it. Not bad. Dee for tomorrow. You've got choices and options coming in around social activity. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Negativity moves into the past, and you might be feeling relief around like getting things done. Not bad. Dakota, money. When it comes to money, you've got feeling grounded and stable. Life begins to move forward, and maybe a little slow and steady wins the race, but you got money coming in, you're paying your bills, things are functioning, things are okay. Things are okay. Between now and the end of the year, you may see more money coming in. Things start to get unstuck and move forward. Hi, Zara. Hi, Mel. I just saw one. Hang on. I just saw a blue heart. There it is. Red. What does Bill want? He hovers in my energy but hasn't said anything. I think he's looking, you haven't heard from him because there's communication coming in. May want things to change for the better quickly, no longer holding himself back. Maybe looking for happiness around either spending time together or things moving forward. Maybe looking for things to change for the better. Pallavi, love. When it comes to love, exploring your options leads to success, and a new journey may begin with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You actually have 2 fire signs showing, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. So if you're not with anyone, it's probably going to be new energy that comes in. Life may change for the better quickly when it changes, but it may be slow to get there. There may be choices and options. Exploring your options leads to success. Be wise for the next days. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. You have happiness coming in around work, school, or business. You may be spending time with, you got air here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, a wish comes true. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Hey, how does my boss think about my work? How does my boss B think about my work? Good. May find you to be a team player, may have a lot of respect for you. May find you to be strong, confident, hardworking, and focused. Pretty good, pretty good. B, what's coming in the next 24 for me? Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and the hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relief. Life is moving forward, and you're ready for it. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Don't forget about taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Mega, love. I'm up to Mega. I think I'm up to Mega for love. Got a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and life moves forward. You have long-term potential around your current relationship if you're in one, or the next relationship if you're not with anyone right now. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Don't look back on the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Not bad. Jay, me and Brianna, Aries. Me and Brianna, Aries. Things may be slow to move forward because death is in reverse, but you do have communication coming in and you should be seeing one another soon. Life may be a little bit out of balance and things could be a little slow, but there is happiness around things moving forward sometime this summer. Summer, love. When it comes to love, you've got new beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success. But slow and steady wins the race. Exploring your options is suggested, and don't make any decisions until you're ready. Let go of anything that's been disappointing. You may have choices. You could have an air sign around, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You may have fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. New beginnings are on the horizon. Katrina, Nathan's feelings and next actions towards me, still no contact. You may be feeling disappointed in him because it looks like things are disappointing. He seems distracted. I think that there may be somebody else around him, and that may be why you're not hearing from him. You'll hear from him at some point, but be careful with the situation. There's like deceit, and there's, yeah, disconnection and deceit, and you might be feeling like disappointed. I don't know what your relationship is like with this person, but it may be time to like explore other options or kind of let it go a little. Amy, for the next 48 hours for Sunny. This person's got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. They're listening to their intuition, and new beginnings are on the horizon. Life is changing for them for the better quickly. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. They may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Not bad. Amen. How does my colleagues perceive me in the last meeting? Okay, not everybody may have agreed, but I think most of the people will find that you put in a lot of effort, or that you were hardworking, that perseverant, diligent, invested time and effort, grounded, stable, with good ideas. I mean, of course, not everybody may agree to that, but that's like the basic gist. Ruchi, next in love. When it comes to love, if you explore your options, leads to success. New beginnings are on the horizon. You got a Scorpio here. You got a new journey that may be beginning. You're not looking back on the past, and happiness is coming out. You also could have a Sagittarius. Life changes for you for the better quickly, but exploring your options and not making any decisions until you're ready is suggested. Cosmic, should I worry about Daniela talking crap about me? Is she a true friend? Everybody talks crap about everyone. I don't know how many times I have to say that. You're not going to find somebody in your life that is not going to ever say a bad thing about you. And thinking that is unrealistic. So does she talk shit about you? Of course she does. Everybody talks shit about everyone. But I do think she's a true friend. But when people talk shit, I mean, you can't stop that. Emily, for Jane and me. For Jane and me. You may be feeling a little bit like things are slow. The Hermit is here, so somebody may be a little bit emotionally shut down. However, that energy should shift as we get towards like maybe early August. Things may start to function better. Communications either coming in or picking up. You may be seeing one another. You could be spending time together, and there's happiness around the situation. Adonis, we've been stating that for our past few days about the talking smack. It's true. It's true. But think of it just like in your everyday life. You know, like, you're like not even meaning anything bad by it. Like my one friend that was always fucking late. Like we would say it to her face, but we would say it all the time. You know, she's gonna be fucking late. She's always fucking late. Is that talking shit? Of course it is. But we always did it. And I'm sure that they had something to say about me behind my back, because it's the way it is. Because we can always see clearly what's going on in other people's lives when we can't see it in our own. Which is why I don't read for myself. I rather read for other people. And I'd rather read for other people that I don't know, because the less I know, the less emotion. Like, I don't have a dog in the race. I don't care. But if it's like my best friend and she keeps going back to the same dickhead, then I'm like, I'm getting pissed, right? But if it's somebody who I don't know who the guy is, I don't know what the job is about, I don't know what the boss is like, it's not in my world. But we can see things clearly when somebody's being abused or taken advantage of that we don't always see when we're living it. So of course people talk shit about each other. Red, how will Nika feel about Bill and I? This person doesn't seem to have a strong feeling, but it does look like, okay, like emotionally balanced, sincere, stable. The King of Cups is pretty good. Okay, fine. Eminem, love for Taurus. Love for Taurus. Slow and steady wins the race for this person, but they seem to be kind of content with the way things are. If they're in a relationship, maybe a little bit out of balance and a little slow, but they seem to be okay with it. If they're not with anyone, they may have an earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and it's like slow and steady wins the race. They don't seem too ambitious as far as love is concerned, but they seem to be pretty content. Sarah, A, the Pisces current feelings for our situation. Feel like things are out of balance. Oh, they got deceit around them. They're showing as deceitful. Like they may, Hermit, they may know that they've done wrong, but they wouldn't be willing to take responsibility for it. They just kind of think things are out of balance. They may think that you're pissed off at them because they weren't giving you what you wanted. Things are out of balance. The situation is weakened. Indecision, and they may feel like, yeah, like you didn't get what you wanted, so you cut them out, and they're like, okay, whatever, right now. So our next action is to Philip the Leo towards me after the argument we had today through the phone call. He returned back after 10 years, wanting to meet our son. There's indecision around this situation, but you're going to hear from him again. He's never met the kid. It's so interesting that a lot of this kind of shit is happening now with, like, it's like the planets are making this crap happen. Like bringing people back from the past. Obviously, it's Mercury retrograde, but there's also like a karmic thing happening with the nodes in Pisces, and there's a lot of bullshit happening. But you'll hear from him again. Amen for the rest of the week with O. You got communication either coming in or picking up, but things look a little slower. You might be feeling like there's a little distance between the two of you. Nothing terrible is happening. It just may be a slow week. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful, but there's indecision. So it could be the kind of thing where maybe it's just not jiving this week, schedules or whatever. There's a little indecision, but nothing terrible is happening. It's average. Emmett, staying on the first floor or going to the third would be better luck for me. They both look similar. If I had to choose one over the other, I would say stay where you are on the first. Magician's heart, snap friend Tacky's energy and next actions towards me. They're shown as a little distant. They're shown as the hermit. Their focus may be more on themselves. Three of Cups in reverse. Somebody may be interfering in this situation, or there may be somebody else around. There could be communication that comes in, but it looks slow, or like there's distance, or he's a little distracted right now. Lucky, general. You have money coming in. Money's coming in, a disappointment heals and moves into the past. You may be feeling like taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You could have more money coming in. You may be planning travel. You may have choices and options around social activity. Not bad. Sorry, he asked me to DNA test like he doesn't believe me, so I blocked him from everywhere. He's an ass. Yeah, he is an ass, but you know what? Do the DNA test, because then you prove it, and then he can't say anything. Like you can't dispute that. So do it. You got nothing to hide. Let him be the asshole. You know, like you wonder, like what goes through somebody's head that disappears for 10 years and resurfaces. Like you just want to know, like, what are you thinking? Like, where is your brain? What happened? Is there a short circuit? Like, what happened to you that made you like this? I mean, I want to know. I want to get in there and figure it out. How do you disappear? And then what makes you resurface? And now what? You're going to call the shots and tell me what I need to do? Although, I agree, get the DNA test. Let him prove what a piece of shit he's been. Mystery, general around my health. I have another procedure soon. Oh my God. It looks okay. It looks okay. You've got choices and options that could lead you to success. The hard work put in comes back and pays off. Listen to your intuition and don't forget about rest, relaxation, and self-care. I think that you should be fine. You know, make sure you're seeing your doctors, you're doing what they tell you to do, exploring your options, you should be fine. Mystery, what will the feedback and the grade for my presentation be like? Oh, you should do well. You should do well. You've got success coming in and abundance. New beginnings, things are well balanced. Like, it doesn't really get better than the Empress when you ask, how do you do? Abundant, prosperity, accomplishment, grateful, powerful, pretty good. Red, benefits for me if I deal with Bill. Things come into balance. You got the Empress here, which could be bringing in love and money or more of it. Time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Success around work, school, or business. Does he have something to do with business? Maybe you work a business together. I don't know. And travel. There could be travel. Red, benefits for Bill if he deals with me. You have He's got a wish that comes true around feeling grounded and stable, a well-functioning relationship that brings relief around the situation, abundance as well, life coming into balance and life moving forward. He also gets the Empress. Love, money, abundance, prosperity, that kind of stuff. Sorry, then he'll ask for rights for my property. What rights would he have to your property if he hasn't? Well, first of all, you're not married to him, so why would he have rights to your property? And he hasn't been around in 10 years. I mean, I know the courts, even the courts here are bizarre with the way that they rule, but wouldn't he owe you child support for the last 10 years? Mr. 8, just started a new job, but had to take some time off for my health. Current thoughts and feelings of my manager and coworkers. I think they're okay with it because they know that it's legit, so there's success around it. Yeah, they're kind of like wishing you well. John, how does Virgo that I work with feel about me? May find you to be smart, intelligent, hardworking, attractive, and down to earth. May also find you to be spontaneous or fun. The Sagittarius is going to come back towards me. Yeah. Sagittarius should be coming back around. Down his courts are different and is in the States. That's true. Yeah. He wants to recognize my child, to give him his name, and then to have rights to my son as in his property. That's bullshit. Red, how will my kids benefit from us being together? May offer some financial stability and happiness with choices and options that lead to success. Financial security. Yeah, not bad. And then there may even be something around school. So I don't know, there may be more opportunities around school. Who knows if that has something to do with, I mean, it doesn't have to be like college. It could be like music lessons or whatever. And that may have to do with having more money available. Zara, all these years I raised my son. I totally agree with you, Zara. I totally agree with you. And this, all of these systems are so fucked up. It's fucked up. Because it's like, you raise a kid for all this time, and then he shows up. I mean, now the first 10 years, I mean, it's always hard to have a kid. But like, you're the one with the diapers, you're the one with the feeding, you're the one with the play dates, you're the one with taking him to school and picking him up from school, and he's done nothing. And now the kid is pretty sufficient at 10 years old, and now he's going to show up for something? I mean, really. I mean, I don't know. I know that the courts here kind of, they want the families to stay together. But that's not really realistic. It's just not realistic. Like, when you have family members that have done things that are, you know, drugs, alcohol abuse, violence, you know, instability, like, why is it it's better to have a father that's not around than a father that's got 1 foot in, 1 foot on a banana peel. I mean, that's just, it's crazy. But I don't know. I don't think the courts see it that way, which is a scary thing. John, my boss just said that he wants to leave me his business. Was he serious? He said it's life-changing. You know what? I think that he does want to leave it to you. I think a lot of it has to do with he trusts you. And I don't think he has that many people around him that he trusts. I think his fear would be if he left it to somebody else that they would like destroy the business. Will Sagittarius love me, or is it just a game? potential for love, but it's kind of slim. So be careful with this situation. He shouldn't even ask me for a test because he knows my son is his child. I agree. Life is a roller coaster. Yeah, I know. I know. Sarah, I'm going to try to come back on later this afternoon. Yeah. They want families to stay together even if it's dysfunctional, so the government doesn't have to step in and help with financial. Yeah, but what about people that don't have, like, there are plenty of people that are functional that don't need the government assistance. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be what's best for the child, even if it is that one parent. If one parent has taken off for years like this, why should they have a right to come back? You know, unless the kid specifically says. But how do you explain to a child that this person is just going to disappoint you? As fast as they came back in, as fast as they could disappear again. See, that's the heartbreaking thing. And like, I look at my relationships that I've had years ago with men, that did that to me. Building that trauma bond of me thinking that they were going to come back and things were going to be different. That's the same bond the child is going to have with the absent parent, whether it's the mother or the child. Because I dated a guy years ago that it was his mother that took off. But how do you do that? And how do you say that that's better? I mean, that's not better. It's not better. No, I don't think they care about the well-being of the children either. And that's what I don't understand, though. What is their goal? Who are you trying to protect? Like, Brenda for the rest of the day. You've got the world at your feet and you have money coming in. Negativity is moving into the past and you may feel relief around business improving or finances improving. Maybe spending time with an Aries or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, and a wish comes true. Some people sell their child on the black market. That's crazy. I mean, I don't trust anybody. The older I get, the less people I trust. I just don't trust people. You know, life has just taught me that people, they're just not trustworthy. So I wouldn't put it past anybody. Mary, anything good coming my way? Anything good coming my way? Life could change for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. A disappointment or a hurt is healing and moving into the past. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You may be planning travel. You may have a new journey on the horizon. There could be more money coming in or a little more financial stability coming in on the horizon. It is a crazy world out there. Doll face for the weekend. Your luck is changing this weekend for the better. An old wound is healing and life could change for you for the better quickly. Maybe planning travel, possibly may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from someone you're hoping to hear from. Romance may heat up this weekend if you're currently with someone. If you're not, you can meet someone new, possibly water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or maybe a Taurus. RK for the next 5. For the next 5, you've got anxiety eases and moves into the past, and you might be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Money comes in, finances improve. Listen to your intuition and life begins to move forward. Maggie, work for the next 48 hours. For the next 48 hours, you've got perseverance pays off, walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and slow and steady wins the race. Disappointments heal and move into the past. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Life is moving forward. Gabs, why does Linda at Woodbine come off as an asshole? Is she actually mean or a phony? I think she has potential to be both mean and a phony. She seems to look out for her own best interest and doesn't really care about anybody else. I would keep her at arm's length. D for today. D for today. Negativity moves into the past. You may be feeling grounded and stable around work, school, or business. Relief comes in around work, school, or business. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, and you may be starting a new journey. Old wounds heal and move into the past with new beginnings on the horizon. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan is possible. Mountain, did CP chat with TP about TW yet? I think so, yeah. Or they, at very least, they brought it up. Martisha, for the next 24. Cause for celebration comes in. You may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. You could have some money coming in. An old wound or betrayal is healing and moving into the past, and life is moving forward. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, and you may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Eric, what does my boss think of me at work? May find you to be somebody who is strong, hardworking, like reliable, down to earth, stable, successful, smart, intelligent. Pretty good, pretty good. Liz, general for today. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead you to success around work, school, or business. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Mountain, is TW trying to work his way into getting access to ride or to try to train Penny? Yes, I do think he's trying to do that. I don't know what's going to happen for him, though. Oh, I got to take this. Hello? Hey, what's up? Oh. Okay. 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 Oh, yeah, we got time. I'm going to do it right now. Okay. 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 Okay, I have it. I have the phone number. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 All right. I'm going to do it right now. Thank you so much. I'll let you know what happens. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh my goodness. Anyway, what was I just saying? Um, I did the CP one. I did that one. I did the TW one. I did Liz. Mimi. How did my ex feel after I asked him to pay me back in order to pay my medical bills? Any remorse? His next actions? No, he doesn't have any remorse. This is someone here who he's taking what he can get and he doesn't really care. I don't think you're going to get that money from him. You could hear from him at some point, but I don't think he knows that you're looking for money, and I don't think he's going to give it to you. So he's showing as like running in the other direction. Yeah, you might have to just kind of chalk it up to a bad decision. I don't know how much you gave him, but he doesn't feel bad. He knows what he did. He knows what he did. People are gross. I'm Lourdes. I'm going to file a complaint against Director of ESJR. They didn't give me access to the documents to which I'm entitled. Outcome of the situation. I think you're going to be able to get what you need. I think that they're going to give you what you need because you have a wish that comes true around the situation. Your hard work pays off. Mountain, is TW trying to get me completely out of the picture with the horses at the ranch? I don't know that this person's trying to get you completely out, but they are trying to take over control. Mountain, are CP and TP going to put a hard stop to TW riding or using my mare in any way? I think that they will. I think you already let them know how you feel, but I would mention it again and that you don't want this to happen. I think that they'll put a stop to it, yeah. Emily, for today and tomorrow with Soha, expecting to see him. If you already have plans, the plans will probably go through. I don't see much of a change. You might be feeling like a little bit like it's nothing out of the ordinary or nothing special, but it's average. Trushti, what's coming towards me? You've got Good luck coming in, feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You've got money coming in, finances are improving, maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and life begins to move forward. Not bad. Not bad. Mimi, do you see my relationship with my ex completely ending, or do you see him resurfacing again for another opportunity? Well, this is up to you. So at some point he could resurface, but he's showing you who he is, and he keeps showing you who he is, and you keep taking him back. Thinking he's coming back and he's going to be somebody different is you're just fooling yourself. So I mean, he's walking away from this situation. Things are stagnant. Nothing is changing. But this has been a cycle of him doing crap like this. The way it reads is like something that's been going on for quite some time. You keep taking him back. He keeps promising to be somebody else. He keeps showing you that he's the same person, but yet you still think that something is going to change. You have to end it. So that's for you to decide. The cards can't tell you what to do, but now he's taking money from you. He's not giving back. You still want to be with this guy? He's going to come back, but we're going to replay the same shit over again. But you have to make that decision. Did those, did this one. Lolly, love for Leo season. Leave people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you, and you could have some romance heating up, maybe with a Libra or another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Exploring your options could lead to success around a new journey beginning. And Lourdes, work for September. Work for September. Work for September. You've got money coming in, finances are improving. Maybe a little slow and steady wins the race, but things are moving forward towards greener pastures with good news. If you listen to your intuition, somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Stephanie, would I pass the bar exam in September if I tried? I think you could pass it, yeah. Yeah. Hammond, would A see my missed call? I think he will see it, yeah. Linda, do the doctors at Glen Oak have Z on too much medicine? This person is heavily medicated, but I don't know that it's too much. It may be what they need for right now. Lady Sunshine for tomorrow. Got money coming in. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Life changes for you for the better. Quickly listen to your intuition. Maybe spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Raymond, love read for August. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition, and slow and steady wins the race as far as love is concerned. Listen to your intuition, and life can move forward with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But you might need to cut away people, places, and things that no longer serve you. If you're feeling stuck or stagnant or undecided about something, anything that's not working for you, it may be in your best interest to let that go. Oh my goodness. Mimi, I have a trial at the end of October to get my job back. Will I get my job back? I got a 33% chance, yes. The thing is that even if you don't get the job back, you should get something. So you should be successful in some way around this trial. Stacy, for today. Life comes into balance and begins to move forward. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You have choices and options that come in around social activity. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. You've got feeling grounded and stable and taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care coming in today. Mountain, is TW going to be at the ranch living for a long time? And will there be other people on the property smart to see things that I and CP see? You know, I don't think this person's going to be around that long. I wouldn't worry too much about it because for some reason it shows this person may not be around too long, and it may be because something is misaligned or upside down. So who knows if this person screws things up right away, but I wouldn't be too concerned because I think that they're going to get out of there pretty fast. Mimi, fall for me for love. You do have new opportunities coming in. Could be with an Aquarius or another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but you got to leave the past in the past. If you don't make that decision, you're going to be stagnant. Coming to a crossroads where you have to make a decision. Am I moving forward or am I moving back? Exploring new options leads to success. You could have a air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, although Aquarius comes up strongest. You may also have a Capricorn here. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but exploring your options is suggested. Emin, was my understanding correct that A is willing to open up to me as long as I would show interest towards him? I don't know who told you that, but I don't really see much happening around this situation. The way it reads is like you're interested in someone who may be a coworker or a working relationship, but it doesn't look like it's a mutual thing. So I don't know who told you that this person is willing to open up. It looks like a work relationship. Do you have reason to believe more? Like, has he asked you out or anything like that? Because it looks out of balance is what it looks like. And it looks like you're trying to get something from him, like you're trying to pull something out of him, and it's not something that's happening organically. Kimon, what to expect soon? New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Teamwork is favored. New beginnings are on the horizon, and feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You got money coming in. Nine of Pentacles is usually earned income. Mihak means Sagittarius for the next 2 months. Things look okay, but it looks a little bit rocky. Like, here, Sagittarius. Like, you may have moments that are really good, well-functioning, successful with good communication. But then you may find that there are also moments of a lot of arguing, fighting, and not seeing eye to eye. And there could be a little distance in the relationship or feeling disconnected. It's not, nothing is terrible. It just looks a little bit rocky. Nas, does Akash have feelings for me? I don't see romance around this connection as of right now. AM, do you see anyone new coming towards me in love next month? I don't know if it's going to be next month because it shows as slow, so it might take some time. But you do have an earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and a Leo. Virta, General. Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. You've got life changing for you for the better quickly. You've got perseverance that pays off. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant are now starting to move forward. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Shah, love reading. You have happiness that comes in around love when you walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. So if you're beating a dead horse, riding around in a circle or a cycle that's not getting anywhere, leaving that in the past could help your love life move forward. And things may move forward with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Life could change for the better quickly. Stephanie, what's coming towards me more important? Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. A disappointment is healing and moving into the past, and money is coming in. You're walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, which brings in happiness. You could be planning travel. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition, and life moves forward. Not bad. Not too bad. Miku for the next 24. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You have a wish that comes true. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And then you may have maybe working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Rita, what's coming up for me? Got money coming in. Money comes in, you're feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. The hard work you put in pays off. New beginnings are on the horizon. A disappointment heals, and you may be spending time with a Virgo. T-Bet for the next 48. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. But if you've been feeling like undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Feeling grounded and stable, life is coming into balance and something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Starfall, love. When it comes to love, you've got somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, but you might need to disconnect from things that aren't working. Then when you're no longer holding yourself back, life changes for you for the better quickly, and it may be with, could be with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. New beginnings are on the horizon. Aries Sun for the next 24. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward successfully. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and you may be spending time with a Libra. Maybe spending time with Fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Awesome. What is toxic colleague's issue? She keeps poking at me in front of the manager. As the manager supports her, what's going on? Just who she is. She likes to cause trouble. She may be somebody who's very addicted to drama. It shows that things are misaligned between you guys. I would try to just ignore her as much as you can. Don't give her anything. Paula, how is MH feeling about me today? May find you to be hardworking, successful, genuinely a nice person, somebody who's independent and confident. Leo for the next 48. Teamwork is favored. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Negativity is moving into the past. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. You may be spending time with a Cancer or a Scorpio. Didn't I answer for Queen? Does anybody remember? Like towards the beginning of the live stream? No? Maybe that was last night? New love. What should my focus be on right now? Work, school, or business? Building financial stability, teamwork, and possibly going back to school or learning a new area of study. I didn't do Queen. Thanks, Mel. Queen for today. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe spending time with a Gemini or a Capricorn. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. You could be planning travel. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Not a bad day. Davey, what does Tarot want me to know? Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may have choices and options around social activity. Anxiety is easing and moving into the past, and so is like a disappointment. You've got listen to your intuition and life begins to move forward. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. You have not looking back on the past, life is moving forward. Macy, general for the day. Life moves forward towards greener pastures when you listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan can make you feel relieved. Mountain. Is TW going to end up being a thorn in my side for a while, or should I just ignore the whole thing? Maybe for a little while, but I don't think that this is going to last too long. Ignoring it may be a way to kind of not give it any energy and let it move into the past. For some reason, this person is going to sabotage themselves in some way. I don't know how, but I don't think that they're going to be around all that long. Tibet for the next 48. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Romance may be heating up with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or they could be two different things. Romance is heating up and you also have an air sign around. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Peach, will I be able to clear the checks and pay off the rest of the loan before the end of the month? I think you will be able to do that. Yeah, if you stay focused, you should be able to do that. Red, how will the meeting with the lawyer go today? It should go well. Feeling grounded and stable. Life comes into balance. There may be choices and options that come in around this situation. Listen to your intuition. And the hard work you put in is coming back to you. It should go well. Adrian, a lady, she says her name is Camille, keeps saying suggestive words to me. Next time on the road, she's demanding, she wants to lay me. I think she's evil, what's coming in from her. I would stay away from her. Yeah, she looks like, I don't know if that I would say that she's evil, but I would say that could be a problem. Yeah, she could be a problem. Like, she could be persistent, she could be annoying, she could be clingy. Yeah, I don't care for it. KK, I don't do the twin flame thing. I don't believe in it. I think it's garbage. I think it leads people down a bad rabbit hole. I don't do the twin flame thing. You could ask a different question. Science, what are some good things coming my way? You've got anxiety eases and moves into the past. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Listen to your intuition. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Cut away people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and new doors open. You could be feeling very ambitious, and you should be able to accomplish whatever it is you set your mind to. Butterfly A, am I going to meet next romantic partner from online dating or just out in real life? I can't tell you where you're going to meet someone. Like, you need to like live your life in order for the people to come in, but it looks like it's probably going to be in real life. See, I hate saying that because it's like now you're not going to look online because it's like, oh, I'm not going to meet somebody online. You still could. Because the thing is that in order to meet people, you need to explore your options. And sometimes people come in a bizarre way. Like, you could be online dating. Like my friend's sister, she was online dating for like 20 years. And then she finally married somebody who she didn't meet online. So, yeah, the cards can't tell you where to go to meet someone. You just have to kind of do what feels right for you. Anthony, what's the thing that is coming to me next for my graduate study plan? Money can't save because salary is low. I think you're going to wind up getting a new job first, and finances are going to grow, change, transform, and strengthen, and then you'll plan your studies. KK, General. General, you have a disappointment heals and moves into the past, and life begins to move forward. You've got perseverance that pays off, and life changes for you for the better quickly. You may have a new job or business opportunity that comes in that brings in more money and relief around life moving forward. You could be planning travel. Dr. Sony, General for August. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, maybe spending time with the Pisces. Slow and steady wins the race, but life's moving forward. Not bad. You know, it's interesting. I think I mentioned it before. Dr. Romney, you know, like, I love Dr. Romney. She did a whole video with somebody else, I believe. Somebody was asking her about the twin flame thing. And her take on it is that people that have the twin flame thing, that believe in that, and they think that they're chasing their twin, that those people are actually in narcissistic relationships, and the twin flame is the narcissist. And the person that's the chaser is like the enabler, like the more empathic person. But I disagree. I feel like, at least in my experience here, the twin flame journey seems to be the twin is somebody who's just not interested. They're not bringing anything to the relationship. And the person that's chasing is somebody who has got the wounds of not feeling enough. So I don't agree that it's a narcissistic thing. I don't think the twin has to be a narcissist. They could be, but I don't think they have to be. And I feel like that's why people get caught up in it, because it sounds like it's kind of feeding into the limerence that they're already experiencing. That's what I think it is. And I've experienced that before myself. But I could be wrong. Now, and if I go into equine nutrition, should I go pre-vet? Internal med, biochemistry, or biology? I want to do AG science, but I'm not finding a degree that really captures what I'm looking for. I think internal med and biochemistry could give you close to what you want. I also think, I could be wrong with this, but if you get the degree in something, you may be able to expand on it or do other things without not necessarily needing another degree. I don't know what that is. Like, if you have a degree as internal med, you could also do something nutrition based without being questioned about having that specific degree. That might not be what it is, but that kind of a thing. You know, like how we always say in yoga, there's no yoga police. So you could be a trained vinyasa teacher and still teach the Bikram series because there's no yoga police. You're still a teacher. So it's similar to that. Maybe able to get away with a lot once you have a degree. Adonis, sometimes you meet that someone unexpectedly. Yes, that's how you met me. That's how I met everybody. Not really. The Aquarius I worked with. But yeah, sometimes it's not planned. I know. That woman, the old reader that I used to read, the one that was really funny, she used to say that all the time. She used to say, you got the same girl sitting on the bar stool every fucking Friday night. She never meets anyone. And then some broad rolls in on a Tuesday night and meets the love of her life. You don't know how it's going to work out. Life happens the way it works out. She was so funny. Fred, how does Nell feel about what he did to me and how he treated me? Maybe feeling a little bit bad. Things are a little upside down, misaligned. Maybe feeling a little bit, bad about the way things turned out. I don't know what this person did, but it's something that may hang over them from time to time. Yeah. Twin flame can be a karmic. Yeah. Dysfunctional. Sure. Beautiful one for today. You've got money coming in, or finances could be improving with the Empress, and you've got love coming in, love and money in abundance, or that's on its way. If not today, it's on the horizon. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. You've got choices and options coming in around social activity. And feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders when you get good news. If not today, on the horizon. Liz, love for this weekend. For this weekend, lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Might hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, maybe spending time with an Aries. Elizabeth, General. You've got choices and options that come in around social activity. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Money comes in, finances improve. Maybe spending time with a Leo. You could have a new job or business opportunity, and you may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Life comes into balance. Now, and when people treat you badly, they know what they did. When the choice was presented to choose differently, they walk away from them. Yeah, I agree. And what's so twisted, like I was saying to the other person earlier, that was with the boyfriend that comes back, and I could see it so clearly for this person. But when I was in that situation, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be different this time. Like, how do we have that crazy disconnect, thinking it's going to be different this time? Or in a situation where I dated a guy years ago, we're thinking that he was going to treat me differently than all the other girls he had been with. Oh, it's going to be different this time because he's with me. He likes me more. No, he doesn't. He may maybe like you even a little less. Elizabeth, love for August. Love for August looks okay. You've got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. You could have an air sign around. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and you may be spending time with an Aries as well. Exploring your options could lead you to success. And you know, not even just with like romantic relationships, but like I've had people in my life warn me about people, family members, friends, coworkers, and not listen, and then found out that they were right. Like, why didn't I listen? Like, why didn't I listen? Yeah. Gotta learn the hard way. And yeah, emotions and chemistry can really screw everything up. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Sarah, I think emotions influence your logical reasoning. So you think, oh, this is the person, this person, so while others don't know him, meanwhile, everyone around you is telling, yeah, I know. And then what's even worse is when you know the person has had a history of it. They've done this in the past, but yet thinking it's going to be different. They did it in the past with me, and I'm thinking it's going to be different. That's insane. It's insane to think that, like, if they ghost you once, they're going to ghost you again. That's who they are. That's what they are. They're a coward. Cowards ghost. They can't say, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore, so they just disappear. And you like an asshole sitting there not thinking anything's wrong. Yeah, we're going to change them. Yeah, okay. Like every time I think of like when people think that they're gonna change, I always just like somebody. I think it was Dr. Ramani that said it. Bring it back to yourself. How are you gonna change? Like, am I gonna wake up tomorrow morning and all of a sudden be a daredevil and jump out of an airplane? No, it's not who I am. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I promise you, I won't do that. But if I wake up tomorrow morning and I say to somebody, "Oh yeah, let's go skydiving today," like that would be a lie, because I would not be following through on that, because that's not me. It's not who I am. There are certain things I'm just not going to do. I'm not going on roller coasters. I can't go up the hill. Coming down is okay, but that slow chug up the hill with my knees up and my head back and I feel like I'm going to fall backwards, I'm not doing it. So if I get up tomorrow morning and tell you, hey, let's go ride a crazy roller coaster, it's not happening. I'm going to get off the line. I've gotten off the line before. That's what you can expect from me, to not get on that roller coaster. And that's not going to change. And neither is this shitbag. D for today. Did I do D? I did D, right? Isabella, general for August. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and perseverance pays off. You've got success coming in around work, school, or business. New beginnings are on the horizon. A wish comes true. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Negativity moves into the past. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. KK, more about the new job opportunity. Exploring your options around like jobs and career could lead you to happiness and success. New beginnings that pay better, feeling better, compensated, better respected. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. Life moves forward towards greener pastures when you explore your options, brings in more money and success, and you're ready for it. It may be something worth pursuing. Sarah, you see them through that caring lens. You care for them. That's why you have a soft corner. And maybe they keep screwing you over and over again. Oh, okay, Mel. Thank you. I'm not skydiving. I watched this cliff diver. She's like a high diver, Molly Carlson, if you want to look her up. I'm nervous just watching her. I'm nervous watching her climb to the platform. And then she's wearing Crocs. Anyone that's ever worn Crocs, I wear Crocs. You slide all over the place. Like, maybe put on some sturdier shoes. I'm like, I don't know how she does it. I don't know how, the whole thing to me is wild. It's so much crazier to me than even gymnasts. I don't know how do you dive off of a cliff? And she's in crazy locations, beautiful locations, but I'm like, it's like a cliff, like on the side of a mountain. Like, how do you know that you're going to not hit the rocks and you're going to go far enough out? It makes me crazy. D for today. Maybe spending time with a Leo, and you could be feeling a little bit more financially secure. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Now, what's amazing is our ability to see things clearly, to make a decision. I think part of that is they say to us behind closed doors and keeps you, yeah. It keeps you hooked in the cycle. Yep. Uncle, I'll never parachute. No, I never will. I won't go up in a hot air balloon. I just see no reason for that. I did go in a float plane in when I was in Alaska, which was like a big deal for me. I had to wear the hearing things. Like, you had to wear it. Maybe I'll watch it. I mean, I admire these people that have that kind of nerve, but I'm scared to death. Water play. Sean, will I hear from Kay again anytime soon? I think you will. Yeah, I think you will. I'm too chicken. You want to know what I went on? This is so funny. We were in Wildwood. I mean, my God, this was so long ago. Like, we were like right out of high school. And we went to Wildwood. Me and 3 of my friends. And I'm not kidding. Do you know the, I think it's Leonardo da Vinci. It's a circular thing with a man in it. This. You see that thing, that circle? Well, it was on the ground. So how tall was it? It wasn't tall. It was on the ground. So maybe it was like from the ground. I don't know. I was able to stand in it. I went on that. There was 2 of them. Me and my other friend. And you get strapped in and you're kind of like in a hoop. Like almost like a hula hoop, so that you can't, like, your body bangs up against the hoop, but you can't, like, you're strapped in pretty well. And then the guy starts to spin it and you start going all around. And at the time, these shorts were popular that were like, they kind of looked like a skirt, but they weren't a skirt, they were shorts. And I had on a halter top. And I said to the guy, don't spin it fast. Well, of course, I had to say that. And he started spinning it so fast, and my body is banging up against the thing, and I'm screaming. And my friends are fucking crying. My friend that was in the one next to me, like, she was wheezing. She couldn't, and I was like, stop! And my other friend said that because I was wearing these shorts, when I went upside down, the shorts would come down, and, like, you could see my butt and the tan line. She's like, oh my God, I can see your tan lines. I couldn't wait to get off. The guy was such a douche for doing that to me. But did we laugh? Is the medicine man? I don't know what it's called. Let's see what it says. Vitruvian man? portions of the human body. That's what I was going to say. You were whipping me around, smashing my body up against that thing. My ass hanging out. Up in the air like that, nonetheless. Not good. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? That's okay. Humi, what's coming towards me in love? Slow and steady wins the race. If you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning well, but it's a little slow. If you're not with anyone, you may have an air sign coming in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Lioness, next in love. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. New beginnings are on the horizon. If you're currently in a relationship, it should be functioning well and maybe even strengthening. If you're not with anyone, you may have fire coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but Leo comes up the strongest. Mel, updated love reading. Exploring your options leads to success around love. You have the world at your feet, and you do have a little romance coming in. If you're currently with someone, your current relationship should be being guided by the divine towards greener pastures. If you're not with anyone, possible Sagittarius coming in, or Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. New beginnings are on the horizon, and you may even have a Four of Cups person in your world, someone who you haven't taken notice of yet, but they should be stepping forward. You'll figure them out. Lioness, thank you for the last reading about the bullies at work that helped me feel better, and it really bothered me. It turns out it's not just me. Oh, good. Excellent. Others were being rubbed the wrong way. Chelsea, do people in my life not love me anymore? As that's how I feel. I think that it's a better question than asking why don't they. I don't think that that's true. Not everyone in your life is just going to stop loving you. I think you're just going through a bad moment for whatever the reason. But I don't know. I don't think that people have all of a sudden stopped loving you. It just may be a bad moment and you're feeling a little disconnected from people. You know, it's like, is everybody mad at me? Not everyone's going to be mad at you. You know, does everybody think I'm attractive? No, not everybody thinks you're attractive. Does everyone think I'm ugly? No, not everyone thinks you're ugly. You can't say everybody in your life because not everyone is going to feel the same way. Shar, what did G love about me? May have thought that you were kind-hearted, caring, and down to earth. Somebody who was a loyal friend. My God, the well's dry. Yellow, would Tina Scorpio respond if I send a good morning message? I don't think so. I don't think so. Is there anybody here that I haven't answered for yet? Adonis, Aquarius, and I, near future. You should have communication coming in. Cause for celebration comes in around luck changing for the better quickly with communication and maybe even a little bit of romance. Not bad. Not bad. All right, I'll wrap it up now and I'll try to come back on this afternoon at I'll try to come back on around 2-ish. What time is it now? 11:30. I'll try to be on by 2. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.